Welcome back to Let's Play Trauma Center New Blood. I almost said Trauma Team.
It's surprisingly easy to slip into that.
But it actually hasn't been a super long amount of time since last time.
Yeah, and I've still probably forgotten everything.
I would not be surprised. So, I'm redxparasite.
Hopefully I should at least pick up on it faster. I'm Air327.
And this is Face Off.
Oh boy.
Apply directly to the face.
Face Off is like the
This is Mr.
crappy
Nelson,
off-brand
the
version of
president
Head
of
On.
Humani.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine.
Okay, so to refresh you, Humani is a medical technology company that works with Caduceus some.
Okay.
And to also refresh you, Caduceus is, where they are right now.
Yeah.
I
That
saw
I
you in
kind
medical
of remembered because
surgery.
it was a weird
The
enough
two of you
word.
are quite talented. As a leader in the field of medicine, I was deeply moved by your speech.
You remember the show from last time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
You're
the
giving
thing.
us more credit than we deserve. We couldn't have done it without Cynthia and Isabella's help.
Oh, don't be silly. It is we who are indebted to you. Because of your television appearance, our products have gained greater exposure.
So, Cynthia and Isabella work here at Caduceus, but they're representatives of the Humani Corporation, so...
Okay.
So, are you here to show us your latest product?
I know, it's very complicated.
No. Nothing of the sort. I stopped by
Ready for
simply
interdepartmental
to
politics.
express my gratitude.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any hockey fans in the room? How do box seats sound?
This will be the only time that I've been in box seats in my life. Aside from the previous times I've played this game, I guess.
Nice check. We have to get back on the offensive. We can't let them dominate the park. Being from Alaska, you must be a Poohawks fan, huh, Dr. Vaughn?
Actually, I was only there for a brief stint, so...
Care for some crab cakes? They're a specialty here.
That's Isabella, by the way.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
Valerie, Elena, how about you two?
Sure, I'll try one. Thanks.
Oh, they look delicious. Thank you.
I heard you all worked for Concordia in LA before you came here. You must be worried about Professor Wilkins.
All this dialogue, even though it's exposition, is serving as a good kind of catch-up.
We were transferred to Caduceus because of that incident. Unfortunately, he's still missing.
I was gonna say, didn't he
Has
like...
there been any progress in the
Didn't his room
investigation?
explode and he disappeared?
Caught fire, or
So
somebody set
basically-
fire to it, yeah. And now he's missing.
They believe the professor's disappearance is related to stigma.
That
Oh,
letter
yeah,
we
that was
received
the thing that
was
we're
pretty
doing.
creepy. Who was it from? The FBI is trying to find out, but so far no clues.
Come on, little guy.
He taunted us with his pathetic dribble. Even a chimpanzee could write a better letter.
A chimpanzee, huh? That's rather
Well, I mean, if you give him enough time, you'll come up with Shakespeare, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not another offsides.
These sound like
please do
sports
whatever you can
words.
to assist our associates with their stigma.
They are.
That's about my level of comprehension of what they're talking about.
All right, so they're playing some sports ball. Wait, I mean sports puck.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
I
I mean, it's pretty much just a really
Did you
flat
see that? He
sports
hit him
ball.
so hard his stick broke.
And hard and not, filled with air.
Who
I mean,
was
golf
it?
balls aren't filled
It
with
wasn't
air.
the hammer,
And they're
was it?
sports balls, pretty much.
True. And there's tennis and baseball and softball.
Sounds like he's groaning.
Yeah.
Oh
looks like
boy,
he
we're
hurt his
performing
elbow.
surgery on him, aren't we?
Yes.
I can't just sit here. I have to do something. Dr. Vaughn, Dr. Blaylock, would you come with me, please?
Where are we going?
After this, I should probably put my
promoter is a
laptop
friend
in.
of mine.
It's got a decent battery, so I'm not worried.
I'd like to introduce
But
you
Yeah,
to
Just to
that
be
was the
safe.
thing
Thrilled
last
to
time.
meet
We
two
forgot
of
to
our
plug it
country's
in, and
finest
Oh, yeah.
part of the way through the recording, we realized that it wasn't plugged in. We were like, oh, well, it's a good thing that we saw this now.
Yeah. But yeah, I just recently got this, so the battery hasn't had time to go to shit, so we're still good.
Our patient, Mr. Gunderson, seems quite agitated. He said that he'll let us decide whether to use a general or a local anesthetic.
Let's use a general anesthetic.
I wonder if our anesthetic will even affect him if he's that worked up.
So that's actually a thing that can happen. It's also why they tell you not to eat anything within. It's like the night before, basically.
Yeah.
Since the night before.
Perhaps you could try using this. It's a powerful new anesthetic our company developed.
That's
it has a much smaller
convenient.
risk of side effects and allergic reactions than others currently on the market.
Is this anesthesia still being tested?
Good heavens, no. It's already been approved.
Can I see the approval?
It just hasn't been used much yet, so it's not very well known. I'd be thankful if it attracted some attention after being used on a sports celebrity like this.
Well then, we'll try out the anesthetic from your company. About the patient. His elbow ligament is torn, and a fragment of a hockey stick is lodged in his biceps brachii.
It's a wonder that he doesn't seem to be in much pain with a wound like that.
The objectives in this operation are to reconnect the ligaments and remove the fragment.
I'm counting on you all.
Probably not as much as he is.
Let's get started.
You know, it's funny for them talking about anesthesia. We never see the anesthesiologist in any of these.
True.
Let's begin the procedure. The anesthesia seems to be working well.
That's
Please
convenient.
begin by treating the external wounds.
All external wounds have been treated. Next,
Good.
we need to make an incision and treat the torn ligaments in his elbow.
I'm helping.
The ligament's completely torn.
Okay, so with these ligaments, you're gonna need to connect all 4 of them and then suture it to
And that
finish
stick fragment's
that one.
embedded
So there are
pretty
3 of them total.
It's
Okay.
completely penetrated the muscle, so we need to extract it carefully.
I'll take care of the
In order to treat the ligament,
stick fragment.
we will
Okay.
first connect the torn ligaments with the forceps and then suture them together.
So basically forceps, pull it from this end to that end, and then just
Okay.
do it for all 4 of them and then suture it.
Keep that in
Okay.
mind during the operation. All right. Please then pull it out and place it in the stick.
Which one is it?
What's going on?
Okay, so just hold on
What
for
would
a
cause
minute.
this sudden convulsing?
Anesthesia?
I don't
Yep.
know. There wasn't anything in his charts that would have suggested this. But we don't have a choice. We have to continue.
All right, so this is
Just
gonna
be careful.
happen periodically when it's shaking a little. It's still okay to operate, so try to finish up one of these if you can. Once it starts shaking a lot, that's when you'll miss if you do any operating. So
Okay.
just be wary of that.
We'll have to wait for the muscle to stop convulsing before we can.
Oh, I have to suture
Doctor,
this.
the ligaments need to be
All right,
connected.
yeah, just hold off.
Let's wait until the
Our
convulsion.
forceps
crap,
are
that was
A
my
and
fault.
B, aren't they?
We can't continue the treatment while the muscle's convulsing.
I couldn't even draw.
So temporarily halt the procedure. Pull the ligaments. You've connected. You're doing great. We're almost. Don't let the. You've
I'm
connected
so good
all
at
the
this.
torn
Vitals.
ligaments. Now please
We're
suture
gonna do
the
this over
connected
again.
areas.
You know, as I was drawing the vital tab, it's like, oh yeah, he just said something about I couldn't even draw the
Let's
the
begin
thing
the
out.
anesthesia. Please
Like,
begin by
I
treating
think
the
I just had the
external
same problem he did. I was just like, I'm just gonna draw some stabilizer out in
wounds have been
preparation.
next,
Oh,
we need to make an
apparently it's
incision and treat
very
the torn
dangerous to
ligaments
get
in his
this
elbow.
the stabilizer out while
Yeah,
he's
so
convulsing because
Make sure that you
logic.
pull it.
Completely
Make sure you
torn.
pull this straight across. You can
How-
just hold it all the way.
How precise is it about where you have to grab?
So there are 4 of them.
Yeah.
It's pretty precise on where you have to grab. You can just pull it like basically as long as you're following the direction,
Okay.
you're fine, and you can go past it, and it'll just connect once you get to the point. So you don't have to worry
Oh.
about releasing it in a specific place.
Okay, so that they're not picky about.
And that
No.
stick fragment's embedded pretty deep.
Okay.
It's completely penetrated the muscle, so
In order to treat
Okay, we've already
we
seen
will
all this.
Keep that. All right. Please continue. You've connected. You're doing great. We're almost. You've connected. Pull the ligament straight to the other side. This ligament.
Okay, I got
What
this.
would
Just,
cause this sudden convulsing?
I don't know.
so just
but-
yeah, pull it all the way
but we
across. You don't even
a
have to
choice.
let go. It'll
We
just
have to continue.
Okay.
Just we'll
Go-
have to wait
go
for the
automatically
muscle
for
to
you.
stop convulsing. Pull it out and put the stick fragment. The ligaments. Doctor, the muscle's starting to convulse again. Let's wait until the
suture.
convulsing
Dang it.
subsides.
That was my fault.
Oh, they
Can't
came
continue,
apart.
So temporarily
Yeah, that'll
halt the
happen
procedure
if you
notice
don't.
any spasms.
I'm not sure if you don't suture it. Okay, this is actually kind of stupid.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I don't remember this one being this annoying, to be honest, because it's really not that long of an operation. I always love it when I don't suture the one that I'm attending. Like the game thinks that I'm working on the other one.
That is kind of funny.
Pull it out and the stick. Huh? The ligaments need to be connected.
What would cause this sudden convulsing?
Okay, let's just take these one at a
I
time.
don't know.
Like we'll work on
But we
this
don't
one
have a
and
choice.
then
We
just
have
make
to
sure it
continue.
gets done before the
Just be
convulsing
careful.
starts.
You'll
Okay.
have to wait. You've connected all the Doctor, the muscle's starting to convulse
Dang it.
again.
Okay.
Let's wait until the
Okay, we're
convulsing
okay.
subsides.
We just can't operate on it.
Those convulsions were really strong. Temporarily halt the procedure. This ligament has been treated. Let's move on to the others.
I've had a surprising number of
Ligaments have been
times
sutured.
where
Almost
I've
done.
tried to pull one of these across and grabbed the wrong one.
The ligaments
There we go.
have
See,
been
like this is not
connected.
that hard.
The stick fragment has been removed.
That's how
And
this
it
is
seems
supposed
the
to
pain
go.
and convulsions have subsided. So let's try to finish up here. Okay, let's close him up.
So you know, maybe this time we'll actually get a good score.
And we should receive a more detailed report from the lab in the next few days.
Could the convulsions have been caused by the new anesthetic?
We can't rule
my
out
guess.
anything at this point.
Well, we're finished here. Nice job.
Could this thing I have no experience with cause this thing that has no logical reason to be happening based on my prior experience?
Oh yeah, see you have to complete it in less than or equal to 3, which actually I'm not sure if it's possible to complete it in fewer than 3, given the number of things that you have to treat.
Yeah, I don't know.
No mistakes is another one. Max chain of at least 30, which if you get a miss, you won't be able to get. So it's basically just don't mess up at all, and you
Okay.
and you get an S.
I mean, to be fair, that does seem like something that should give you an S. That just doesn't seem like the only thing that should give you an S.
I'm sure you'll heal fast, though, Mr. Thor the Hammer Gunderson.
Although I suppose since it's so short that you can just retry it pretty easily for
Yeah,
getting a better score.
Ugh, 6 months.
Nice haircut.
it
I'll
looks
miss the
like
rest of the
either
season.
lipstick or like a fingernail.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I just like saw the fingernail thing and
See any discomfort? Do you
You're
have any
welcome.
numbness from the anesthesia.
Well, my elbow's all jacked up, but other than that, I feel great.
You feel great.
Yeah, I beat the snot out of Woodman in my dreams. Wait till I get my hands on him for real. He's gonna be DOA.
We should report this to President Nilsson. He should know that there's a high probability the new anesthesia may not work if the patient's excited.
okay, well, that was harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
All right, back to the main plot now.
After careful analysis, we have discovered 2 unique characteristics of stigma. First,
Other than the ones we've
its
already talked
genetic
about.
information is stored in a film-like architecture. That alone differentiates it from organisms such as ourselves, whose genetic code is stored in chains.
So it's like a two-dimensional barcode then, as opposed to a regular barcode, which only stores information linearly?
Pretty sure a
The other
two-dimensional
unique
barcode is
characteristic
generally called a
is that it
QR
requires
code,
a
yeah.
special type of metal for growth.
Although when this game was released, I don't think QR codes were as big of a thing, if a thing, at that point. So
Yeah, I don't know.
It only requires a minuscule amount, but without it, stigma cannot survive.
I think this game came out in like 2007.
That would have
I
been
wish I could say that
like
discovery
right
was
after
mine, but
the
it's Cynthia who deserves the credit.
Wii port of the last one, because that was, I think, either launch or close to launch.
It was her keen insight
And that was
led to
06
breakthrough.
or late 06 or
Yeah, no, the Wii came out in late 06, I think.
yeah.
And exactly what type of metal are you referring to?
Oh, I beg your pardon. It's a rare alloy known as collurium.
Okay, so in case you missed the earlier part of this conversation, stigma can only grow in the presence of this metal.
So we need something that dissolves that metal, and preferably
It
not
has
human
attracted
flesh.
considerable attention as of late.
That explains it.
Explains what, Marcus?
Oh, nothing. I was just surprised to hear that, that's all.
That does
You
not
know more
explain
than you're
what you
telling
said.
us. Yeah.
Collurium is used in various fields, but primarily the medical industry. Although it's only been in use for 10 years, there are already numerous applications.
Also, fun fact, this game is set in the mid-20s, like 2020. Ish.
Electrodes.
So
as an
basically,
ingredient in
they're just
medicine,
like,
the synthetic
oh yeah,
heme for
this
artificial
thing
blood.
that we've made up, it'll exist.
Yeah. Okay, so he's listing off a few uses of colurium.
It's used in cutting-edge medical technology, to be certain.
I can't believe Kanai is missing an important conference like
This is a very important section of dialogue.
If it was me who wasn't here, I'd never hear the end of it.
Oh, I'm being paged. If you'll excuse me, ma'am. Let's go, Val.
I'll fill you in later on anything important you missed.
It says the person wasn't there. The
What's
other
the
main
situation,
character.
Elena?
Can I? No, she's just one of the other doctors at Caduceus.
It was the other main character in that cutscene?
Yeah.
I am very observant.
There's been an accident.
Okay, so nurse assisting the two main characters.
I think one of the
Okay.
patients is Dr. Tsuji.
What? Kanai?
So main character number
One
one.
of the two patients being transferred here is in serious condition.
Another nurse that works at Caduceus.
He
Okay.
sustained multiple injuries and will probably require an emergency operation.
That's fun.
That girl sounds a bit like Sync from Tales.
I'm sorry. I can't believe my stupid cousin.
Not her, the one before that.
Okay, I'll have to. Oh, yeah, I can kind of hear it. Yeah, now that you mentioned that. So he's talking about Tales of the Abyss, to be specific.
Oh yeah, I should explain that because Tales is the entire series.
Or, Miles Tales Prower.
Yeah,
It's all right, Kanai. Just take it easy.
Main character number two.
yeah. Well, I know what they look
Seems
like. I
you
just
may
don't know
have
who
sprained
they
your
are.
neck. Let's have Dr. Everett take a look.
Valerie Blaylock, and the other main character is Marcus Vaughn.
I won't know that in
Hey,
30
it's
seconds.
it's better than Naomi Kimishima, right?
True.
I'm sorry, Marcus. I should be the one operating on my cousin.
Although her name is Kanae Tsuji, so have fun remembering that.
I won't.
What are you talking about? Look at
I
the
just know
condition
myself well
you're in.
enough to know I won't.
Here, let me just, associate a different cat with each of them.
The stupidest
I
part
said
is
some harsh
that might
things
help.
to Kashiro this morning, so he must have been distracted, and it's all my fault.
So in case you're wondering what's going on, her brother was in a car accident.
Don't worry, your cousin will be fine.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
unlike
cousin.
you to fall apart at the seams.
They're
Yeah.
related.
Yeah,
Right.
And that's what's important.
exactly.
Marcus, Valerie, take good care of Kashiro for me. All right?
That's the one whose eyes disappear behind the glasses sometimes, right?
Yes.
Because that's
Actually,
how light
no.
works.
It is her.
The patient is a 31-year-old Asian male who was injured in a car accident. He sustained several internal injuries, including a burst liver.
Oh, that
Oh
sounds
boy,
bad.
this one's fun.
And we
by
suspect
fun, I mean not
he has a
fun.
massive amount
Oh,
of
boy.
internal bleeding.
We won't know for sure until we take a look inside. But depending on the patient's condition, we may need to focus on keeping his vitals up first.
That sounds like my job.
He's also going to, his heart's going to fibrillate too.
Oh
I
boy!
agree. We should treat the area and stop the hemorrhaging. Then we can wait and see what happens.
The objective of this operation is to treat the damaged liver.
And treating the damaged liver is
Let's do our best.
difficult. So I'll probably need your help.
Okay,
It'll help.
let's get started.
All right.
Help a lot, so.
Hopefully in this operation, my help is actually helpful.
Let's begin
As
the
opposed to not
procedure.
helpful help.
As
Yeah.
I explained before,
Like the time that
we
I
expect there to be
didn't
large
realize
amounts
what
of
you were talking
hemorrhaging
about,
inside
and then
his body
proceeded
cavity.
to get a miss by trying to get stabilizer.
Be aware of the patient's
Helping.
vitals at all times during the operation.
Also,
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about
Please open
keeping the
him up.
vitals up too much because whenever he goes into cardiac arrest, it's gonna drop the vitals down.
Oh, so like a fixed amount.
Yep.
As we expected, the
Oh, that
hemorrhaging
sounds
is
fun.
quite severe. First,
Yep.
let's drain this blood
Okay,
and
so
assess the
what
situation.
we're gonna have to do with here is you can see the guidelines. We're gonna have to place
Oh.
a bunch of
Square things.
square things.
Patient's undergoing cardiac arrest. I'll ready the defibrillator.
Dang it! I was really close to getting the green one.
I wasn't. Oh, that's still me.
Yeah. It'll only the defib will only switch whenever
Yeah,
you actually get.
That
one.
rings a bell
But
now.
in this condition, he won't last very long if we continue.
So yeah, see where the vitals drop to.
You're
That'll
right.
happen every time.
We
it's-
should wait until
he
he's
goes into
recovered a
cardiac
bit
arrest.
before we begin the main
Oh,
procedure.
boy.
Let's treat the bleeding
Probably
and the less severe
would be good
injuries
to
to
give him at
control.
least
we'll
a
also
single
seal
stab
the
of
injuries to the
stabilizer
liver with
after
Oh, yeah.
synthetic
Okay, Begin by draining.
Okay, so what we're gonna want to do is let's take care of these first on the sides.
We have to keep an eye on his vitals. Let's get the less severe injuries under control. There's an irregularity on the EKG. Stop. We're done
Okay, let's
treating the
just
lesser
wait.
injuries. Luckily,
Okay, we're good.
the heart
Okay,
didn't
so
begin. Slowly sealing it. You're halfway done, Doctor.
dang it. See, that's what
It's hemorrhaging again.
that's what
Drain the
happens.
blood
That's why I
and apply
hate this
some
so much.
membrane. The
Maybe
EKG is showing
I
an
just
irregularity. Monitor his pulse.
Keep up the drain and you do the placing.
If the heart begins
Does that make
to
any
fibrillate,
sense?
please discontinue the procedure until it stops.
I hate this so much. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna not treat it until we're ready to do everything, and then we're just gonna drain everything all at once
Let's
and just
begin
place
the
as quickly as
procedure.
possible.
Okay.
As I
Because that's
I'll
honestly the
handle
best way to handle it.
I'll handle the draining because I can manage that. You handle the placing because that's more precision and I'm not used to that. Oh, right. We have a pulse.
Aha! I got it on the first try.
Nice. I like how
But
it
in
still
this
says
condition, he won't last very
2P
long if we continue.
for a second.
You're right. We should wait until he's recovered a bit before we begin the main procedure. Let's treat the... We'll also...
Okay, if there's this much hemorrhaging, let's get the less severe injuries under control.
Oh my gosh, I hate these small ones.
Let's treat the other minor. We have to keep it. There's
That
an irregularity
massive
on the
series of
EKG.
fuck-ups somehow got us a
Doctor,
cool.
Please be careful. His heart is fibrillating.
I
The
think it's...
patient's
Oh,
undergoing
starts with me
cardiac
every time.
arrest. Use the defibrillator to resuscitate him.
Dang it, I'm not doing a good job with this. The first one was good, but then...
We have a pulse. Please keep an eye on
Unfortunately,
his
I'm
vitals
not
as
gonna...
well.
Okay, let's just do the drain now. Let's just do this part.
I'm looking
This
at your
injury
dot,
appears to
not
be
my
causing
dot.
Let's seal it by applying synthetic membranes. Slowly seal it. You're halfway done, Doc. Let's treat the remaining wounds.
Alright, we got it.
Luckily,
Okay.
the heart didn't begin fibrillation. The injury has been
And that's the
completely
that's
sealed by
the way to
synthetic
do that
membranes.
without incurring a major
Close him
headache.
up for now.
Well, because you could see what was happening the first time, where the blood pools come back periodically, and unless you treat the whole thing, they'll keep coming back.
Right.
Please close him
And
up.
therefore, some of the ones that you've already placed will come off, and it's just a major headache.
Let's wait for the patient's condition to improve before we continue treating him. Great work, everyone.
So that's the end of this operation. Unfortunately, we're going to be seeing this guy again, because his condition is going to worsen, so... Yay! And it's worse next time.
Oh,
There was
boy.
severe bleeding, so we had to pack the liver.
It's possible he'll need another operation. We'll have to monitor his progress.
I mean, the phrase "pack the
It
liver"
was
does
fortunate
not
that
sound like a
Kanai
permanent
didn't
solution.
sustain any serious injuries.
It's just to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, but
But-
again, that does not sound permanent. That sounds like a temporary solution.
Well, it depends on if it actually keeps the bleeding in check for long enough for the liver to heal or not.
I guess that makes sense. It still sounds like something you don't want to have done to you.
In this case, we're gonna need to operate again.
From what
Yeah,
Justin
in this
told
case,
me,
it was
won't
very
be
much a
long before she
temporary
can return to
solution.
work.
I hope she isn't straining herself.
And also, I received a call from the FBI regarding Professor Wilkins' case.
Oh.
Any leads?
They want to run background checks on all the professor's personal and professional contacts. They must be feeling the heat now that the public knows about stigma. I'm concerned, though, about how the kidnappers may react. Well,
Probably
hopefully
poorly.
they'll be behind bars
That sounds like a
soon.
way they would react. Hey, strong bad.
Strong bad. Asb. Yeah, we still haven't spelled anything meaningful.
Yeah. We did spell ass.
We just spell ass. Alright, well,
I think. What was it even that we were trying to spell so desperately?
there were two. So there was,
it was
one of
scab.
the... Oh, scab was one, and then the other one was ABBA.
But we managed ass. And that's all that matters.
Alright, well, thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Trauma Center New Blood. I've been redxparasite.
I've been Air327, and I
Signing out.
totally thought you were in the middle of saying the wrong thing until my brain finished processing that it was no longer Trauma Team. It is in fact Trauma Center New Blood.
Alright, signing out.